Hi, pals. Welcome to Safe Mind. In today's episode, we'll be dealing on the continuation of how to get a health and safety job in the UK. This is part 3, video number 3. So today we'll discuss how you can survive the challenge of UK job experience in terms of health and safety practice in the UK. From my experience, it's quite challenging to go through UK health and safety job application. When it gets to the stage of can you prove your work experience, or have you worked in the UK, or what is your UK work experience? For obvious reasons, most recruiters are interested in your UK work experience because of they want to know your knowledge of the UK health and safety legislation. Because health and safety has two phases. Phase number 1 is your skill, your competence in providing health and safety solutions to protect the people against harm, injury, and sickness or illness at work. But again, you have another fundamental or very significant aspect in the ensuring your company or your organization complies with the country's health and safety legislation. And in the UK, it is quite a serious business. You must comply with the law. So that becomes very important for most recruiters to ensure that you are abreast with the UK health and safety legislation. So how do you go through this process? For most of us coming outside the UK, number 1, seek for or look for a voluntary job where you can practice health and safety in an organization. Because it's going to be difficult for you to get employed or for you to get a paid job. So because you want to further your career, you have to make some sacrifices. Write to some companies around you, appeal to do a voluntary job, a job that you don't get paid. Show your interest. Try to make a very good case. Let them understand that this is what you have in mind. You want to get experience, and you are willing to work without pay, or to do a voluntary job, which in the UK, which is the right thing to say. So most of these companies might give you the opportunity to come and work with them. It could be once in a week, twice in a week, 3 times in a week, depending how you want it. So this will give you opportunity to have a health and safety job experience, which you can now reflect on your CV. And during this period, you'll be able to learn in that organization what are the UK legislation, how it plays out. So it's very, very important to have a UK experience in your CV and in your head, because when you are employed, you're going to prove it. The second thing you can do is to make a business case during your interview, especially for people coming from Nigeria. You should understand that most companies in Nigeria operate and comply with the UK health and safety legislation. For example, the company I came from, Intel's Logistics in One, we service most of the major IOCs, international oil companies like Shell, Mobil, Snepco, Ajib, and the rest of them, Total, and many other ones. So most of these companies deal with UK health and safety legislation, and we were very conversant with it as a company as at then. So I put up this during my interview, and I tried to also let them understand that the major piece of health and safety legislation in the UK is the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, that gives rise to the other regulations, ACOPs, guidance, and the rest of British standards. So you should be aware of and conversant with UK laws. So if you are able to interact and have this conversation, trying to say some of these laws, especially the emerging new laws within 2022 and 2023, you have the PPE reg, and you have the Fire Safety England, and you have the building regulations. These are some of the new laws that we have in the UK. So if you are very conversant with UK laws and try to convince convince your recruiter, that could also go a long way for you. But number one, try and go into a voluntary job. Everything is not money. At the early time of your career, you may need to make some sacrifices, and those sacrifices pay out, because it is important for you to have in your CV and in your head a job experience in the UK, because you're going to deal with laws and you need to protect your to ensure your organization complies with health and safety legislation, as well as ensuring the health and safety of workers in that organization. So that is my tip today, and I wish you all the best, and I hope this works for you. If you find this video very useful, please help me and share it so that others will benefit. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.